as if it knew what he carried. He took the coin from his pocket. For a moment he hesitated. The woman's voice echoed in his head. If you lose it, you lose everything. A faint vibration ran through the coin, like it wanted to be in the door. Slowly, he slid it into the slot. A deep click echoed through the tunnel. Then, the sound of gears turning far below. The iron door shuddered. Dust rained from the ceiling. With a low groan, it swung open. Beyond the door, a narrow stone bridge stretched across a vast underground chamber. Torches flickered along the walls, their flames casting long, moving shadows. Daniel stepped onto the bridge. The air was warmer here. He could hear a low hum, like machinery hidden deep within the earth. Halfway across, he stopped. At the far end of the bridge, a figure stood waiting, tall, wrapped in a long dark coat, face hidden beneath a hood. The figure's voice carried easily across the distance. You've come further than anyone in years. Daniel's chest tightened. Who are you? The hooded figure tilted their head slightly. I am the one who kept Murek's secret alive. Daniel took another step forward. What's behind that door? He asked. The figure smiled faintly. You think it's a door. It's a lock and the coin is only half the key. From somewhere above, a faint metallic clang echoed through the chamber. The sound of pursuit. They had found the tunnel. The hooded figure extended a gloved hand toward Daniel. Give it to me, and I'll show you the other half. Daniel's fingers closed tightly around the coin. He could feel his heartbeat in his palm. Or the figure continued. You can walk away, and never know what it truly opens. The voices of the pursuers grew louder. The woman's shout echoed faintly in the distance. Daniel's mind raced. If he stayed, he might learn the truth. If he handed it over, he might lose everything. The figure took one slow step closer. The hum in the air grew louder. The torches flickered wildly. Choose, the figure whispered. Daniel's pulse hammered in his ears. The hooded figure's outstretched hand seemed frozen in the air. Waiting. Expecting. The bridge beneath him creaked. Far below, he could hear the rush of unseen water. Black and endless. Behind him, boots pounded against stone. The pursuers were almost here. Daniel tightened his grip on the coin. Its surface burned hotter, almost painful to hold. The figure's voice was calm. You have no idea what that coin truly is. Then tell me, Daniel demanded. The figure lowered their hand slowly, stepping back toward the far doorway. It's not just a key. It's a seed. Daniel frowned. A seed for what? The figure's lips curved in the faintest smile. For something that should never grow. The pounding footsteps grew louder. Shadows stretched long along the walls. The woman appeared at the entrance to the bridge. Her coat torn. Her eyes fierce. Daniel, don't give it to them. She shouted. The hooded figure's head tilted toward her. You're still alive. She ignored him and stepped onto the bridge. The wood groaned under her weight. Daniel's heart was racing. Both of them were moving toward him now. From opposite sides. The hum in the chamber swelled. The torches blazed brighter, then flickered violently. The figure spoke again. You think she's protecting you. She's protecting herself. The woman shouted over the noise. He's lying. That coin doesn't belong to the Order. It belongs to Murek's bloodline. Daniel's mind spun. Every word felt like a trap. Every glance a test. Suddenly, a crack split the bridge. A sharp, splintering sound. One of the support ropes snapped. The whole structure swayed dangerously. Daniel staggered to keep his balance. Below, the rushing water roared. The woman was only a few steps away now. Her hand reached for his arm. The hooded figure was just as close on the other side. Their hand still open. Still waiting. The bridge groaned again. Daniel realized he had only seconds to decide. The bridge swayed hard beneath Daniel's feet. The roar of the water below filled his ears. Every plank seemed ready to split. The woman's fingers brushed his sleeve. The hooded figure's hand hovered inches from the coin. Daniel's breath came fast. The heat from the coin was now almost unbearable, like it wanted to burn its way out of his palm. A loud snap. Another rope gave way. The bridge dipped sharply to the left. Daniel's knees buckled. The woman grabbed the side rope for balance. The hooded figure didn't move. Their footing was impossibly steady. You can't hold it forever, the figure said quietly. Your body will reject it. The woman's voice cut through the chaos. Daniel, it's not rejecting you, it's choosing you. Daniel's head spun. 2 truths. Or 2 lies. He couldn't tell which was which. The hum in the chamber rose to a piercing whine. His vision blurred. For a moment he saw shapes in the shadows on the walls. Tall, twisted shapes. Reaching toward him. The hooded figure took another step closer. Give it to me, and I'll stop the bridge from falling. The woman's voice was urgent. If you give it to him, the order will open the gate. The whine in the air became almost unbearable. Daniel felt his knees weakening. The bridge shook violently. Then, without warning, a deep, resonant clang rang out from somewhere far above. The torches dimmed. The hum stopped completely. In the sudden silence, Daniel could hear something else. Something massive. Moving in the darkness below the bridge. The water churned. A shadow shifted beneath the surface. Too big to be a fish. Far too big. The woman's eyes widened. She pulled a small object from her coat. It glowed faintly. Just like the coin. The hooded figure's voice was almost a whisper now. That doesn't belong to you either. The woman smirked. Neither does this bridge. She stomped hard on one of the planks. Wood splintered. The bridge lurched downward. Daniel's world tilted. The shadow in the water below surged upward. Closer. Closer. The bridge dropped suddenly. Daniel's stomach lurched. Cold air rushed up from the depths below. The shadow in the water exploded upward. A wall of spray drenched them all. Something huge and black broke the surface. Daniel caught only glimpses. A massive scaled body. Eyes like molten gold. Teeth like jagged stone. The woman clung to the rope. Her glowing object now blazing in her hand. The hooded figure didn't flinch. They simply raised one arm. And the creature stopped moving. The water stilled instantly. The air grew heavy. Daniel felt the coin in his hand grow colder now. Almost icy. What is that? Daniel gasped. The figure's voice was calm. It's the guardian. It knows the key when it sees it. The woman's voice was sharp. It's not a guardian, it's a prison guard. The creature's golden eyes locked on Daniel. Something ancient and intelligent burned in them. It blinked slowly, then opened its massive jaws. The figure took a single step toward Daniel. The gate is already awakening. Give me the coin before it's too late. The woman's grip tightened on his arm. Her voice dropped low. If you hand it over, the world above will never be the same again. The bridge groaned again under their combined weight. The guardian's head rose higher, its shadow swallowing the torchlight. Daniel's mind raced. Every muscle in his body screamed to move, to choose. Then, a deep rumble shook the chamber. Dust rained from the ceiling. The stone walls cracked in several places. The figure glanced upward sharply. They found the second entrance. The woman's eyes widened. Then we have no time. She turned to Daniel. Either we run, or we fight. But you can't do both. The guardian let out a low, bone-deep growl. The bridge sagged another few inches toward the water. Daniel knew. Whatever he decided in the next heartbeat would decide not just his fate, but everyone's. Daniel's breath came fast. The roar of the guardian filled the cavern. The bridge swayed beneath his feet. The hooded figure's hand reached out slowly. The woman's grip tightened, both of them shouting different truths into his ears. The water below began to churn violently. The golden eyes of the guardian never looked away from him. It was waiting for his choice. Daniel felt the coin burning cold against his skin. Every heartbeat echoed like thunder in his skull. The ceiling cracked above. Rocks tumbled into the water. The sound of distant footsteps thundered through the second entrance. A group of torchlights appeared far down the stone corridor. Voices shouting commands. The smell of smoke filled the air. The woman stepped in front of Daniel, her weapon glowing brighter than ever. Stay behind me. We end this here. The hooded figure's voice was low and sharp. If you defy me now, you doom us all. The guardian opened its jaws wider. A deep vibration rolled through the stone floor. Daniel's knees nearly buckled from the force. The torchlights drew closer, dozens of armed figures spilling into the chamber. Their leader pointed straight at Daniel. "Take the boy." "And the coin." The Guardian's roar shook the entire bridge. Half of the attackers froze in terror. The other half rushed forward with weapons raised. The woman launched herself into the fight. The hooded figure vanished into a swirl of black mist. Daniel stood frozen, clutching the coin so tightly his knuckles ached. The Guardian's massive head lowered until its eyes were level with his. In that silent, frozen moment, Daniel heard a voice that was not his own. It came from inside his mind. "Choose now. Key or keeper. The world will not survive both." Daniel's heart pounded. His hands trembled. The attackers closed in. The Guardian's eyes blazed brighter. He took one step forward, and the cavern exploded into light.